This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. Hi guys! So I'm here with a work log video for my Ichigo from Tokyo Mew Mew cosplay. This video is going to be a bit different than my other work logs because it is mostly sewing, so I want to film it in a different style where I have bits like this where I talk and explain what I'm doing a little bit before showing you guys, since when it comes to work in progress videos of sewing, it's just a bunch of jumbled up fabric going through a machine, and that can be kind of boring and doesn't really explain that much on its own. To start off, I'm going to be using plastic wrap, saran wrap, cellophane, I don't know, whatever you call it, sticky stuff that sticks to each other that you cover dishes with. That's what this is. And then I'm going to be using duct tape, and I'm going to be using that method where you wrap yourself all up in saran wrap, then you wrap yourself in duct tape. And after I finish a bit of it so that it can be shown on camera, I will come back and explain to you guys what I'm doing. So I am back. This is where I'm at right now. So when I wrapped my saran wrap, I went like this once. Make sure you are breathing out and you are pushing your stomach out and stuff, unless you're making a corset or something that's going to actually suck you in, because you want to have breathing room. And saran wrap just all by itself and on its own, especially with the duct tape added, is already kind of going to suction you in, so you want to be a little bit bigger, or try to make yourself bigger than you're going to be when you're wearing it. It's like a cincher almost on its own. So just be aware of that this can get tight. So because my costume is going to be made with stiff material and it's going to have a zipper, it's not going to have boning or lacing in the back that I can just let it be large and then tie it all in like a corset does. I need this to fit to my actual size and not do the suction thing. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I went like this, I put it here, I wrapped it all the way around like this, and then I tore it a little bit longer than I needed it to be, made sure I was breathing out, and then patted it down in place, but I don't need to add another layer. So once I had all the parts that I need to create a pattern on covered, I started in with the duct tape. And when you are using the duct tape, do not do this. Do not stick it in one spot and then just pull it all the way around your body and come back to that spot, because that is going to make it get really, really tight and it is not going to fit. So instead what I do is I take a piece of duct tape of different lengths depending on where I need it to be, and then I simply pat it down. This way it doesn't get much tighter. It still gets a little tight even this way. So I'm gonna turn this down and show you how I do the rest.
We love falling deeper, drown ourselves in all that goes on. You say fear the reaper, I say bring him on. You probably follow, I'm on the new wave. You're looking hollow, I found a new way. Show me how you do, tell me how you feel. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real, and it's all the same. Tell me how you deal, cause you've been waiting on the next thing I would say. I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave, I'm on a new wave.
Alright, now that I have all of this completely in duct tape, I'm going to go ahead and start drawing out the patterns using a reference photo, which is over there. One of the first things I will be doing is looking at where she already has seam lines and trying to follow along that. I can already tell that I'm going to have to add extra seam lines like right here if I want it to be form-fitting like it is for her, because she just has seam lines going up and down and then going sideways, which is going to make it difficult and not fit right on me. These seam lines are just some quick references. I will go ahead and clean up exactly where I want everything to sit after I take it off, and I can see where I need a seam line to be because something bends or curves a certain way.
Tell me all your problems. No, I simply can't relate. And if you call me on my cell phone, no, I give it to you straight. I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new. I'm on a new wave. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real. I'm on a new wave.
Alright, so this is a rough draft of what I want the pattern to kind of look like, or where I want things to sit. I'm going to go ahead and cut myself out of it. A good way to check and make sure your pattern is actually going to fit you and is the correct size is once you cut yourself out, you try it back on again. Like completely take it off and then put it back on, and if the sides or the seam wherever you cut it touches, then it's going to fit you. One of the first times I did this, not for this specific costume, but way back in the day, I did that thing where you wrap yourself all around, just keep wrapping around and it suctioned you in, and then once I cut it off, it was absolutely too small for me. And I had to do it again, and then it was still too small, and then I had to do it again. Alright, so now we have our pattern. So now I'm going to take a bunch of different color markers and redraw this pattern until I'm happy with it. I'm also going to be adding paper onto the end because I don't want to use too much duct tape to create the long tails that she has on her top piece. And once I'm happy with it, we will move on.
Can't help but notice, say my name till they wear it out. Envy is the focus, there's no reason to doubt. You probably follow, I'm on the new wave. You're looking hollow, I found a new way. Show me how you do, tell me how you feel. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real. And it's all the same. Tell me how you deal. Cause you've been waiting on the next thing I would say. I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new wave.
So right here, I am trying to decide what side I want to use because I only really want to use half of the pattern so that the other side is exactly the same in measurement. And that is where my current dilemma is coming from.
I'm on a new wave. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real. I'm on a new wave. say I'm on a new wave. We love falling deeper, drown ourselves in all that goes on. You say fear the reaper, I say bring him on. You probably follow, I'm on the new wave. You're looking hollow, I found a new way. Show me how you do, tell me how you feel. Cause you say you're living fine all the time, but I know what's real, and it's all the same. Tell me how you deal, cause you've been waiting on the...
Alright, so I have drawn out the final pattern. Like I said earlier, I'm only going to be using half of it so that the other half is exactly the same. And it should fit because if you didn't see, but I folded it in half in the beginning and marked the center back so each side was exactly even and it's not too far off to one or the other side. And now I'm going to cut it out.
Say my name till they wear it out. Envy is the focus, there's no reason to doubt. You probably follow, I'm on...
Don't forget to label the patterns as you go along so that you don't lose track of which piece is which. Also, real fast, don't forget that these, like the entire tail and top, is all one piece. She does not have a seam that goes along here. I was almost about to cut out the seam, so that was just a quick note for you guys in case you have those dirt moments like I do.
I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new wave. I'm on a new wave. Tell me all your problems. No, I simply can't relate. And if you call me on my cell phone, no, I give it to you.
This is just going to be a messy giraffe. Oh dear god, okay.